Hi everyone, it's QuickyBaby and welcome back to World of Tanks and welcome to the last video of 2023 where I'm going to be playing in the Tier 9 British reward medium tank. It is the Cobra. Hopefully we're going to be spitting some venom at our opponents in this game. And no better so than this vehicle that can deliver 405mm shells. He has to check, is it actually 105mm? There's 120mm on this vehicle. 360 alpha on the standard rounds and 490 if you can pen the vehicle's special HESH rounds. But they do cost a lot of credits. We're talking about 20,000 credits pretty much fired in about 4.5 seconds on this tank. But also, in today's video, I want to just say a big thank you to all of you. 2024 will be the 12th year that I have been releasing YouTube videos. And while I'd say the only thing that's hard now is trying to come up with titles on videos after you've made 2,000 of them. Imagine making 2,000 videos about World of Tanks and trying to come up with titles for all of those videos. That can be a little bit tricky to try and have that kind of like narrative and not feel that you're just repeating yourself and falling into those formulaic production value with regards to YouTube. I still feel like I really enjoy what I do. I'm not going to lie and say that after you've done something for 12 years, your feeling about it definitely does mature. It changes. In some ways for the better, and some ways definitely it's a little less fresh after 12 years. But I still have enough creative juices flowing to say that I'm just super lucky to do what I do. And I wanted to end the year by giving all of you a big thank you. Because without you, this channel would mean nothing, right? Absolutely nothing if it wasn't for all of you who have been watching over the last 12 years. So massive thank you to everyone who has been enjoying the daily videos for the last 45 days or so. I think I've released about 49 videos in about 47 days or something silly like that. Thanks Wargaming for releasing such exciting content about an hour after I released my videos on a couple of days. That was a little bit torturous to have to go, oh, another one. It's also quite tricky when you're streaming as well at the same time to have on those days off streaming where I've been streaming more than I've ever done before, I think. To think like, okay, I've got a day off. What am I gonna do? Recover from the 36 hours that I just streamed over the past 3 days? Or oh no, let's go and make YouTube videos so I can keep releasing them daily for the whole of November and December. So massive thank you to all of you who have enjoyed the videos. Big thank you to everyone who has liked or disliked the videos. Those interactions really help, and leaving comments as well. Not just because it helps the video, but also because it's a lot of fun to read all of your comments. That's the community the community that has formed around my content is what motivates me to produce the content, right? I don't just do these. I don't do these for myself, right? They wouldn't mean anything. So massive thank you to all of you. You are still, after 12 years, the best thing. The best thing that's probably happened to me in an online sense. Thank you all very much. I really appreciate it. And I hope that at least one of my videos throughout this year has brought you just a little bit of happiness. And thank you very much for making my life and enabling me to do what I love to do, which is hopefully to entertain, to inform, to empower you to make better decisions inside World of Tanks, both in-game and also out of the game, and get to just fulfill my passion, which is video games at the moment. Who knows what it will be in the future, but I don't really feel any firm desire to stop doing what I'm doing so far, and there's still a few of you out there who seem to enable me to sustain that. So thank you very much to all of you, and I hope you have a wonderful 2024, whatever it brings. Good luck on the battlefield, hopefully, or if you're not playing World of Tanks anymore, which is understandable. A lot of you who still follow the channel and stay with me throughout the years are playing other games or not playing games. You've had families, you've got your degree, you've got a new high-powered job, and you don't have time to be able to whiff inside the free-to-play tank-based combat simulator. It's perfectly understandable. But it's just a pleasure to see so many of you keep coming back and hopefully living a little bit of the World of Tanks magic vicariously through my terrible content. So, now that that's all said and done, let's focus on the game. We're 5 minutes in. We've picked up 4 kills. So QuickyBaby's team, 1 kill. QuickyBaby, 4 kills. One thing I'd like to highlight is how aggressively we had to trade against the CS52 Lise on the enemy team, who was a very good player. They might be called Mallard69, but I tell you what, they weren't a very nice duck, to say the least. They were absolutely punishing me. But I realized I've got to trade a few hit points to just be able to bring them down. And luckily we did. And there's no more punishing tank in the game, arguably, than the Cobra. Able to deal 490 damage with its premium shells that have 210 millimeters of pen in 4.5 seconds of the first shot with that 1.5 second intra-clip reload. And look at this, 5 very healthy vehicles trying to plague our cap circle. We have 3 tanks down the east who are advancing in. Hopefully they're going to be able to provide a bit of a distraction. And unfortunately we're down a tank, but the real problem here is we're down 3,000 hit points. But hopefully this guy's going to make a mistake. We actually switched out shells to have our heat rounds there. And while we did manage to get rid of the 7772, unfortunately we lost our remaining hit points, which now means we're a one-shot for the whole of the rest of the team, including, annoyingly, the Progettos. If I'd had just a few more hit points, I could have been able to take a Progetto shot. Next, a bit of a weird bunker here. Well, not really a bunker, is it? More of a divot from one of the exploding shells. However, I'm getting distracted here about that. But to be fair, the tank's reload is so long, you can actually get distracted in the Cobra, and it's not really too much of a big deal. Alright, so I'm worried about getting hit in the side from the Progetto. I want to try and put some pressure on the VK, but I don't want to get caught by that Progetto. I'm also worried about the CC Mark II. It's about trying to find as many angles on my opponents as I can here without getting caught myself. And now it is just a GSAW 1010 who is on full hit points, holding back 2 higher tier tanks in the form of the E75 and the CC Mark II, and also the VK, which will be of the same tier. Alright, so we put 1 into the side of the CC Mark II. The second one hits, it looks like, is that a post box? We managed to put the other 3 in though. Now, crippling the CC Mark II, who also gets hit by the GSAW 1010 that I was spotting for. We've got 2 people in the cap circle with 32 seconds left, and unfortunately the enemies have got 29 seconds till they cap, make that 26. So I need the GSAW to interrupt so I can reload, and I'm communicating to him what my reload time is to let him know that he has to get the interrupt. But I have to spot for the GSAW to be able to facilitate this process. So the CC Mark II gets spotted, the E75 gets spotted. I'm hoping that the GSAW is going to shoot the E75 in the back, or possibly the VK. He actually fires an HE shell at the VK, resetting the cap circle, and it gives me time to be able to reload an entire magazine. I've got 5 heat shells left, which have 268 pen, 360 alpha, and I got 5 HES shells left. But there's still 20 seconds left on the cap. Okay, I've hopefully baited the E75 into thinking that I'm going to come around that corner. The CC Mark II doesn't see me, and I got 13 seconds left. And we just got to let the chips fall where they may. We're going to go for the E75 here, and we're going to hope that they're just not aiming at us. But actually, the E75 must have advanced to the corner, which allows me to focus out the VK. We've got 5 seconds left, 4 seconds left, 3 seconds left, 2 seconds left. Somebody reset the cap circle. It must have been an artillery splash interrupting the 283. And the GSAW manages to finish off the CC Mark II. And suddenly, this game is looking pretty good. I tell the GSAW 1010 to fall back, hopefully getting some good communication with the tier 8 British wheeled medium tank. And I just need some time to be able to catch the C75. And I'm trying to communicate as much as possible again by saying, GSAW, I only have gold left. It's got low pen. I need the rear of their vehicle. I'm telling the GSAW once again how long I've got. The E75 doesn't seem to want to aim at the GSAW. Now he does. That is looking like a rather juicy target. 9 seconds left, and I've got to make sure these shells count because I might need all of them. Unfortunately, the artillery hits our GSAW. He uses his medkit to repair, and boom, right in the side of the 75, and there we go. That was a tremendous cap defense, boys and girls. Massive shout out to this GSAW. Carlino, 68 on our team. We couldn't have done it without you there. That was some amazing teamwork from the both of us to be able to defend the cap circle against some very dangerous opponents. So now we're up to 6,600 damage, 500 assistance, and again, I'm communicating to the GSAW that I only have 3 shells of high explosive left. And unfortunately, it looks like the T-103 might be on all of their hit points. We've got to hope that all of our team that were trying to attack the cap circle might have been able to take off a shot or two. So in this kind of a situation, when you've only got 4 minutes and 40 seconds left, I'm communicating again how much pen I have. I wrote 320, I didn't mean that, I meant 210 pen I have. So I'm just letting that G-Saw know that I won't be able to go through the front of the T-103's turret, for example, and then I'm really going to need the soft side armor, or possibly a clean shot into the lower plate to be able to deal with this T-103. Now the build that you see me using on the Cobra is good speed, good gun handling, and a little bit of all-round performance from the vents. But what I don't have right now is very good view range. As you can see with the minimap, it looks like I'm only packing about 430 meters view range on this tank, which means that I'm not going to be able to spot a rather sneaky tank destroyer, especially if they're in bushes. So I'm telling the G-Saw that we have to hurry, and I say draw equals loss. I was very pumped up in this affair. We've managed to destroy half of the enemy team, but we've still got 2 vehicles to deal with if we want to be able to get through this. So I want to attack at the same time as the G-Saw. The G-Saw is almost a one-shot as well. Yeah, 517, so they should be able to take a shot from the T-103 unless they fire HE shells. But I just decided I've got to be able to go in as well, expecting that the G-Saw would have been spotted. But oh my word, I actually get lit up, and this is a complete unmitigated disaster. But really interesting. I communicate that I've been spotted to the G-Saw, and this is a real weird alleyway here. What is this? This is the Reichstag, right? And there's the Brandenburg Gate over there, or was it behind? I couldn't quite see it. No, I think it's over there. I think there's the Brandenburg Gate. So we're actually hiding underneath these archways. I asked the G-Saw whether they can go. I've warned them that I've been spotted, and I'm just trying to get into a position where I'm hopefully going to be able to help. Now the T-103 rolls for 500 against the G-Saw, and now I'm going to aim, and I don't pen. I only do 66 damage, and I decide I need all of the ammunition, so I don't now have the confidence to continue to fire against the T-103. And unfortunately, there's an artillery capping, so I'm going to tell the G-Saw to fall back. But unfortunately, now I'm looking for the shot to see if the T-103 is going to come after him. And I just want this G-Saw to stop, but for some reason, the G-Saw decided to poke the corner. All I needed from the G-Saw there was for him to just kite the T-103 around the pillar. The G-Saw says sorry, but you know what? Carlino, it wasn't your fault, my friend. I think it was probably my fault that I missed that shot. I could have aimed just a touch better, or maybe I could have loaded the 2 heat rounds to deal with the T-103. Okay, so in this situation, it's still not over. Now, I've decided that considering I've got an awkward magazine of 2 heat rounds and 2 high explosive rounds left, and that the T-103 was on about 800 hit points, if I can pen both of the HE rounds on the T-103, that will allow me to kill him in a single 2-round burst. So I'm going to use the heat rounds instead to go after the artillery and to be able to then have those high explosive rounds for the T-103. We're just going to have to brave it into this cap circle. We're going to have to see if we can manage to catch the M4043, and hopefully we'll get a Radley Walters medal. But oh my lord, the T-103 must have spotted me from behind, and that means that the artillery splashes me around the corner without even seeing them. Absolute heartbreak, boys and girls. We tried to do everything right in this game, but unfortunately, it just wasn't enough. And well played to Aggressor 07 and Monarch Damien on the enemy team for shutting us down and preventing our victory. The epic victory this would have been for me and the G-Saw, and it turned into a bit of a heartbreak. But once again, a big shout out to you, Carlino, for your epic defense of the cap circle. Without you, we would have been out of this game multiple times, and I'm sorry I let you down with a missed shot on the T-103. This was still an epic game, and the kind of battle that still gets my heart pumping after 13 or 14 years nearly of playing this game and 12 years of making content on it. I still love World of Tanks, and I still love all of you, my YouTube community, everyone who watches on Twitch, everyone who just posts on Twitter or anything like that. Thank you all so much for making my World of Tanks journey so epic. So an ace tanker for our defeat here. We got more experience than everyone on the enemy team bar the Tiger Mouse, as we got Courageous Resistance and from our High Caliber or our Top Gun medal. And because we're still making fat credits at the Christmas period, even after pretty much running out of ammunition in this battle, we still make 45,000 credits profit. But that's just Cobra things, one of the most insane vehicles in World of Tanks, and it's totally worth getting for all of you if the battle pass comes back in 2024, which I'm sure it will do. So once again, ladies and gents, boys and girls, thank you so much for supporting my terrible content all the way through 2023. Have a wonderful new year, and I look forward to catching you when I return very soon. And so if you enjoyed this video, give it a thumbs up. If you hated it, give it a thumbs down, and let me know in the comments down below which was your favorite QuickyBaby video from this year and why. And as always, thank you so much for watching. You've been epic, and hopefully I'll see you soon.